Hey, what's up you guys? Gediminas here. Hope you guys are well. And today I wanted to talk about mind reading. Are you mind reading? If you're watching a replay of this, please do me a huge favor and stick hashtag replay into the comments. And if you're brand new, if you're watching one of my videos for the first time, I would really appreciate it if you said new in the comments. So what do I mean by mind reading? How can you be mind reading? And it's very, very simple. A lot of business partners do that. I still do that sometimes, right? I still catch myself doing it sometimes. And many people that I know of, especially new people in business, they do it all the time. Hey, Algirdas. Hey, Gedre. Hope you guys are well. So what is mind reading? Well, mind reading is when you make up a story in your head instead of finding out what really is happening. Or when you are making a decision for somebody instead of figuring it out and asking them questions. So what do I mean? Well, have you ever thought of somebody who could potentially join your business and then you made a decision that they're too busy or they wouldn't be interested or they're too successful to join your business or it's too expensive for them, they couldn't afford to be involved or you know what I mean? What you're doing if you're doing those things, and most people do that at least sometimes, is that you are making a decision instead of that person. You are mind reading, you're creating a story and you're trying to read their mind of whether they would be interested or not, whether they could afford it or not, and so on and so on. And all that is doing is actually damaging your business. It's reducing your chances of success. Now, what should you do instead? Well, what you should do instead is ask, right? So give everybody the opportunity and let them make a decision. Don't make a decision for that person before even picking up a phone. I remember this story. We were pulling up with this person in front of a door to sell to this person, right? And the person looked at the door and they said, we're not going to sell anything here. And I'm like, how do you know? And he goes, well, it's a green door. They never buy when they have a green door. Right? So he created a story in his head that whenever a person has a green door, they're not buying. And guess what? It becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. If you say they're not going to buy, they're not going to buy. If you say they're not going to join, they're not going to join. If you say they're not going to be interested, they are not going to be interested. But not because they were not interested. It's because you made that decision and then you do everything you can to make it true. You see what happens? So your subconscious mind wants you to be a sane person. Your subconscious mind doesn't want you to go crazy. So when you say something, for example, you say, I'm not very good with remembering names. Your brain now says, well, that's the instruction, that's the command, so we have to make sure that we don't remember any names. Because otherwise, I'm saying one thing and the other thing is happening. That drives me crazy, right? So your brain is like a 4-year-old child. It wants to please you, but it doesn't know what's good for you. So whether you say positive or negative things, your mind will just follow the instruction. So when you say things like, that person would be too busy. That person wouldn't be interested. That person couldn't afford it. That person is too lazy. And so on and so on and so on. You creating these self-fulfilling prophecies, which your mind then goes on to make it into reality. So if you say that, this person would not be interested, then your mind will self-sabotage. You'll say stupid things, or you will mess up your presentation, or you'll do something to make sure that that person is not interested. You'll do something to make sure that that person doesn't join. So what should you do instead? Well, one, you should have positive assumption, right? Whenever I'm going in to present the business to somebody, in my head, I'm already assuming that they are joining. In my head, it's not normal not to join my business, right? It's normal to join my business. You understand what I'm saying? So straight away, the way my demeanor is, the way I come across, I'm not gonna go, hey, so are you gonna do this thing? No. In my head, they're doing it, right? So when I get to the end, I'm assuming that that person is becoming part of my team. I'm assuming that that person becoming my customer. And I might go, well, do you want to go for the large sample kit or for the small sample kit? Do you want to buy one or two? Or you know what I mean? I'm not going to go, because if you do that, that creates doubt. And when somebody's in doubt, they're always going to say no. So if you're not sure of what you're doing, if you're not sure if they're joining, they're definitely not joining, because they're going to read your body language. They're going to read your intonation and your voice, and they're going to go, ooh, this person is not sure. Maybe I shouldn't do this. Maybe I need to think about it. And they will back out. You know what I mean? So it all comes down to that story creation, because before you do all of that, you have created the story in your head. So instead, start creating positive stories in your head. Like, that person for sure would join my business. Well, that person would definitely be interested in my product. That person could definitely use my weight loss product, right? And so on, right? So this way, straight away, you're creating a positive story. And guess what? Will everybody join? Will everybody buy? Of course not. But at least when you create that positive story in your head and you go and meet that person, you'll do everything you can for them to become part of your business. You'll say everything you can to make sure you leave them a good impression, and so on, right? But never, ever, ever make a decision for somebody, right? I've done it so many times myself, where I would maybe do a presentation to somebody and they join the business, but then I would make a story in my head that, oh, but this person is not ready to buy products yet. Why not? Ask them. Or I would get somebody to buy products, but then I would assume that, oh, but this person is not ready to travel 2 hours to attend a monthly training. Why not? You know what I mean? It's only our story. And all you have to do is just ask the person, hey, and by the way, would you like to do this? And hey, by the way, would you like to take it a step further, right? And, you know, in sales, it's called upselling. You know, McDonald's does it all the time. You walk in a McDonald's, you know, willing to buy a cheeseburger. You walk out with the cheeseburger, fries, and a drink and everything, because they'll just go, hey, do you want a meal with that? Oh, do you want to go big? You know, do you want to get some ice cream with that? And before you know it, you spend there like 10 pounds and you walk out with loads of food, and that's another story, right? But it's upselling, right? So why can't you do that in your business? Now, I don't mean just sales-wise, but you can do the sales-wise too, you know? If you sold somebody a product and there's another product that could go with that, well, you can go, hey, would you like to get that with that, right? Unless you ask, you're not going to get. And the worst thing they will say is, nah, I'm okay with this product, so cool, right? Like, you're not losing anything by asking the person. But same in the business. So if somebody's interested in your business, hey, would you take a look at this? Hey, would you attend this event? Hey, would you jump on a conference call with my leader? Hey, would you like to try a product? So always take it a step further and see how far you can go, how far you can upsell. You know, internet marketers do that. You know, you go on your Facebook and you see a little ad pop up, free book. And you go, whoa, I'd like a free book, right? So you go to the website and it says, well, it's a free book, just pay the postage. So you go, okay, I'll grab it, right? So you pay the postage, couple of quid, and you get a free book. But guess what? Does it end there? No. It goes to the next site. And it says, hey, by the way, before you go, here's another thing for $17. Well, actually, I want to grab that too. And then takes you to the next thing. He goes, hey, just before you finish off, we've got this 50 pound thing as well. Would you like to get that? And then he keeps upselling you until you go, no, thanks, right? So they will take you from 50 to 150 product, then to 500 product, then maybe to a couple of $1,000 coaching program. Or he'll keep upselling you because it's easier to sell to somebody who already bought something from you than to keep looking for new customers. You know what I mean? So same in business. It's easier to progress somebody in your business. It's easier to take somebody to a training event. It's easier to do something who already said yes to your business opportunity. You know what I mean? And actually, while that decision is fresh, while that person is excited, that's when you want to move them up the steps. Not wait until they stop doing anything and 6 months later, then offer them to come to a training. Because then they might definitely not be interested. You know what I mean? So again, it all comes down to not assuming, not making decision for those people and letting them to make a decision, but you make sure that you be best of you and you offer them all the options and let them decide. And you'll see how much more business you can do this way. So that's my tip for today. Hope you got some value, guys. If you did, as always, feel free to share this video. Maybe there's somebody else who needs to hear this message too. Maybe somebody in your team and so on. And if you're already in home-based business, I've got a free training for you on 26 ways how to get customers and make more sales. If you'd like to grab that free training, head over to titaniumsuccess.co.uk/sales. I'll drop a link into the comments and you can grab that free training from there. Have an awesome evening, guys. Love you loads. Bye for now. See you at the top.